Hey guys, today we're looking at 16642 Meadowcraft Road in Montgomery, Texas. This house is in a 4-star neighborhood. Let's do a deep dive. So this is the house we're looking at today. It's 16642 Meadowcraft Road in Montgomery, Texas. This house is listed at $164,000, just like the last house we did in this area. It's in a 4-star neighborhood with 4-star schools nearby. It's right next to Lake Corno. So keep in mind whenever we go over roofstock that they always spoof the numbers for HOA. They always say 0 HOA when there is obviously an HOA fee for the house. So in this neighborhood, I've done some research. It's $33 a month HOA fee. As you can see here, roofstock says there's none. So whenever you do roofstock stuff, keep that in mind. This house is 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,000 square feet. It was built this year. It's really new, as you can see from the stuff in the front yard when the photos were taken. Here's a couple of the photos. There's no furnishings on the inside, purely because it was recently done. And we can go check out the house on Google Maps. So we can only see the lot because they took these photos before there was a house there. And we can't see the road because Google Maps has not gone there yet. It's a new road, new area. But we can see what's around it, like it's next to this nice lake. We can go check out my map. So this is the other house we've done, but this is the house we're looking at today. It's right next to this Italian area. And in the area, there's a bunch of really good schools, and there's a lot of police stations and fire stations nearby. It's the closest small city is Conroe, and the closest big city is Houston, Texas. It's about a 30 to 40 minute drive to Houston, with traffic maybe an hour. And it's around a 3-hour long drive to Dallas, Texas, and then San Antonio is about an hour and a half. From the coast, it's about a 2-hour drive to get to the coast here in Galveston. And we can go check out the crime in the area. So, like I said before for the other house, this house is in a really high crime zone because of the fact that while the construction was happening, people kept stealing stuff from the sites. It's a lot of theft and fraud. So there's not much actual crime here, because of the fact that it was the building of the area. So we can go to Redfin to check it out. And here in Redfin, we can see the house here. We can't do street view, unfortunately. So the house, as you can see, is the same here. But here we can see that the HOA is $33 a month. It's a lot different than what we saw on roofstock. So there's a little bit more things. It says that it's an active home. People are looking at it a lot, but it's been on the market for 27 days now. So I think the estimate month payment is $733,000. So the price of the house is $600 more than the estimate is $600 below the listing price. So we can go check out Zillow. So we go to Zillow and we can check out what they say about the house. And they say it's high ceilings. But we want to look at this stuff. So HOA annually is $400 a year. And the lot size is 2,000 square feet. Price per square feet they say is $165,000. For cooling, they don't have an AC, they only have electric fans. It's a single family home, like you can see, and has electric heating. So usually I'd come down here to see the tax reports for houses when it's listed earlier, and it wasn't bought before, so this is the only stuff we have about it. The estimate for rent is $1,400 a month. That's okay for the area. And here's what they say. So it's around the same. Yeah, it's the exact same for your estimate. So I'll show you 3 houses that are just like it nearby. So these houses are that when they sold for a lot lower. This one sold for about $20,000 lower. But keep in mind, this is not what it sold for. It's what it went pending at. We don't actually know what it sold for. But the typical home value in this area is $384,000. That's because there's some expensive houses nearby. This is in a less expensive area. The typical home value by square feet is 161. That's a lot higher than our house right now. This house does not have hardwood floors. Our house, the one we're looking at today, there's no flooring in yet. We can't really tell. But it looks like a house nearby the house is in the same neighborhood, so they should be around the same houses. This one's built earlier. As you can see, it's real close. And here's another house like it, and we can see that it sold for, where is this selling? It sold for around the same price as the last one we looked at, just a bit more. So it looks like that selling for last year, they sold for around $150,000. And so the house it's listed right now, it's listed for around $14,000 more than it was last year. That could be because of the appreciation, as we can see that the appreciation is supposedly 6.6 this year. So that could be the reason of the $14,000 up price. Here's one more house that's like it. I tend to like to do 3 houses that are to compare. So this one doesn't have much info, but what we're really here to see is the price it sold for. So this house sold for $155,000. So it's closer to the price of our house we're looking at today, but it's still not the exact price. It's still like $10,000 below. So we can go and check out the area. The population is 639,000 population growth. You could look at that on your own. Let's just go check out realtor.com. Sometimes they have some different stuff, but I'm just going to show you it. Their estimate for the price once you buy it would be $700 a month. So it's not the best, but it's still pretty good. And if you buy it on Realtor, apparently you get $500 in cash. I don't see why they have that there, but okay. So we can go check out the property. So I put all the stuff in here for you guys. You can pause and take a look. Explain this number. So this is the median income of the area. It's $43,000. This is the monthly income. An average rental, like for people to be able to pay for rent, it's about 1/3 of their monthly income. So that the rent, if it's higher than this number, half the people who are in the area would not be able to afford it. And we can see that the estimate rent, there's no current rent. If the current rent matches the market, then it's most likely that it's not rented out. And we can see that it is vacant. We can see it's vacant. And so this number is a bit higher than this number. But you might not care about that, or you might want to take this into account. So we can go back to here and we can look at what they say. Roofstock says about the financials. So they think it has a cash on cash of 4.3, a cap rate of 5.6, annual return of 21.8. And so they think if you were to wait 5 years and sell it, because the appreciation have gone up a lot, and if you were to sell in 5 years, according to Roofstock, you would gain $107,000 from this transaction. But we can look at for the last 2 years, the appreciation is only 4.4, so it's a bit lower. But if it was to stay on this one for that much, you'd get $107,000. So all in all, for this house, in my opinion, I think it's okay. The houses in this area are pretty good. and they're brand new, so there's not going to be any problems with the house unless it was a bad construction. I don't think they're bad construction. So this house is an okay house. I'd say it would just be it's not the best rental, but it's a good rental right now. It's 4.3. You're usually looking for 3.3 cash on cash. So it's a bit higher than that. So that's all for this video. If you enjoyed my video, please make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Please make sure to check out my other videos and the pop-ups that show up on your screen. And if you have any comments about the house, please make sure to leave them down in the comment section below. I'll read everything you post. If you have a house that you'd like me to do, I will gladly do it. Just post a link to the house down in the description, and it will be featured in the next video. Thank you for watching.